2 miles below the surface, the sunlight disappears. Temperatures hover just above freezing. The pressure is so extreme that it could crush a human body long before it reached the bottom. Down here, volcanoes erupt in complete darkness. Rivers and lakes exist beneath the ocean itself, and strange flashes of blue and green light drift through the blackness like signals from another world. This is the deep sea. What makes the deep sea so strange is how different the rules become. Sound can travel for thousands of miles. Creatures create their own light because the sun never reaches them. Entire ecosystems survive around vents hot enough to melt lead. Even today, after satellites, submarines, and some of the most advanced technology humanity has ever built, a lot of this underwater world remains unexplored. Because the deeper we go, the more the ocean stops feeling like Earth and starts feeling like somewhere else entirely. The deep sea makes up over 95% of Earth's living space, yet we've visually explored less than 0.001% of the ocean's floor. Imagine that. The ocean spans 71% of our planet's surface, and more than 90% of this is considered deep, meaning it lies over 656 feet below the surface. The average depth is over 12,000 feet. That's more than 2 miles straight down. But why haven't we explored more? The answer lies in the extreme challenges that come along the way. Down in those depths, the environment is harsh. It's a place of total blackness, freezing temperatures, and pressure so intense it can crush standard equipment like a tin can. At 16,000 feet, the pressure is immense. It is 500 times stronger than what we experience at sea level. To make things worse, most missions stay close to the shoreline, where resources are easier to access. This leaves about 75% of the deep ocean sitting between 1 and 4 miles below the surface, barely touched. Still, we know the fact that deep sea holds a lot of secrets, and one of them is gold. But it's not what you're imagining. It's not those shiny nuggets waiting to be picked up. Instead, much of this gold is dissolved in seawater, spread out so thin it's almost impossible to extract. There are around 20 million tons of gold mixed into the ocean, which is easily worth a jaw-dropping $1 trillion at today's prices. But it's so diluted that there's only about 1 gram of gold in every 100 million tons of water. That's why no one has figured out a way to pull it out of the water without spending far more than it's worth. The seafloor holds a lot of hidden gold, too. This gold is trapped in rocks and in something called polymetallic sulfides, which are found near hydrothermal vents. These vents, also known as black smokers, are strange towers that spit out hot, mineral-packed water from deep inside the Earth. Scientists think there's enough gold down there to give every person on Earth about 9 pounds of it. But for now, this gold remains locked away in the deep, waiting for someone brave enough to figure out how to reach it. But a lot is being done by the deep sea on the surface of the Earth. You'll be shocked to know that most of Earth's volcanic activity doesn't happen on land. Scientists believe that 70 to 80% of all volcanic eruptions on the planet take place underwater. This means there's an entire world of eruptions happening that we'll never see. So why are deep sea eruptions so common? That's because the ocean floor has large cracks called mid-ocean ridges. These ridges form where tectonic plates pull apart. When the plates move away, magma rises to fill the gaps. This creates new crust and constant eruptions. There are also subduction zones where plates collide. One plate sinks under the other, creating heat that melts rocks. This forms underwater volcanoes called seamounts. These volcanoes erupt often, but most go unseen in the deep ocean. Next up, we have the Mariana Trench, which is the deepest place on Earth. It stretches down nearly 7 miles, far below the surface of the Pacific Ocean. Located near Guam, it's unlike anything else we know. At its very bottom lies the Challenger Deep, the deepest part of this trench, sitting at an incredible 36,200 feet below the waves. It's named after the HMS Challenger, the ship that first recorded its depth during an expedition from 1872 to 1876. The temperature there is between 34 and 39 degrees Fahrenheit. But not everything in the trench is cold. Scattered across the seafloor are hydrothermal vents. These vents release water so hot it reaches 700 degrees Fahrenheit, yet no human could make it that far unprotected. The crushing pressure would destroy anything exposed in seconds. The creatures in the deep are also not what you might expect. Down there, in the endless darkness, many of them create their own light. Scientists believe that between 75 to 90% of deep-sea animals can glow in the dark. This amazing skill is called bioluminescence. It's like a natural glow stick. Inside these creatures are special chemicals. One is called luciferin, which makes the light. Another is luciferase, an enzyme that starts the process when it reacts with oxygen. The result is a soft glow, often blue or green, because those colors travel best through water. Some creatures don't even make the chemicals themselves. Instead, they host glowing bacteria inside special parts of their body, using them like tiny lanterns. The reasons for their glow are also pretty strange. Predators like anglerfish use a glowing lure near their mouths to fool their prey into coming closer. Lanternfish use their light to match the faint sunlight above, hiding from predators below. Some creatures like jellyfish flash bright lights to attract bigger predators, scaring off their attackers. Others glow to send signals and find mates in the dark. When talking about deep-sea creatures, we cannot forget the Greenland shark. These sharks are known to live for over 400 years. That makes them the longest living vertebrates on Earth. They grow at an incredibly slow rate and, astonishingly, do not reach sexual maturity until around 150 years of age. With a length of up to 24 feet and a weight of roughly 3,100 pounds, these giants are comparable in size to the infamous great white shark, which often leads to confusion between the two species. Communication in the deep sea is also anything but normal. Down there, sound rules. It's nothing like space, where silence dominates because no sound can travel. Instead, the deep ocean is alive with sound. Here, sound travels over 4 times faster than it does in the air. Imagine rushing through water at around 1,500 meters per second. One of the strangest parts of this underwater world is the SOFAR channel. It sits about 1,000 meters deep, though this changes in different places. This channel works like a highway for sound. Cooler temperatures and higher pressures here slow sound waves down. The waves get trapped in this layer and bend back again and again. This allows them to travel thousands of miles with very little energy loss. Whale calls and even sounds from underwater earthquakes can move through this hidden pathway. So which of these deepwater facts excites you the most? Also, do you have other creatures you believe have qualities and characters that are beyond normal? Feel free to share it in the comments. Now, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and make sure to subscribe to help support the channel. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.